Hello guys, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Darkest Tower, a Hearts of Iron game, where we will be playing as the Grand Nation of Spain. Yes, Spain. Was it here? In 1898, Spain lost the Spanish-American War, and with much of her colonial empire. It goes on for a while. We lost Cuba, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Guam. And if you really want to find out all the history that's happened before World War I, it's all right there. But where I'm going to start is here. Spanish public opinion was split between two alliances. For more conservative elements were germophobes. Germophobes? Germanophobes. Germaphobe, that's something completely different. The leftist organizations, Francophobes. The Prime Minister Dalto hoped to keep his country neutral in any conflict, as Spain had grown politically unstable and militarily weak, but storm clouds over Europe were looming. Right. This Let's Play, is not going to be impossible like Luxembourg, but it's going to be pretty tough to actually get off the ground. So, without further ado, let's play the mighty nation of Spain. And hope that we do not just get stomped by partisans or Germans, or even French people. I don't know. Maybe even Portuguese. And once we've loaded, we're in. Right. So, got a lot to do. In fact, the first part will mostly consist of me getting things in order. And then the parts after that will probably consist of me getting the country back together. So, what's it here? War weariness. This essentially is just the difficulty you want it on, so we lost more than 500,000 brave men in this war, despite politicians' speeches, strict censorship measures, huge war and propaganda efforts. Our citizens are slowly losing their faith, and they want the war to end soon. So, can have easy, which is we just get things, you know, extra money, extra IC, extra research, just oil spurting out the ground. Normal, which is what I'm getting playing as, just nothing. Or hard, where we just lose things. Somebody comes to our country and just takes things away from us. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to be playing on normal. Right, so, first things first, we are at 30% descent. That is terrible. Our military, let's have a quick gander. All 1907. Yep, it's all 1907. No, we got an 1897 there. Over there, we got another 1907, and there's nothing there. Okay, so as Spain, we are essentially a dead empire. We used to be, you know, expanding across all of America. We used to be from, like, the southern tip to, like, California. But that's all gone now. We don't have any of that. We used to own Cuba, and Puerto Rico, and Guam, and the Philippines there. Don't have that anymore. All gone. We own the Sahara, is that the Western Sahara, and that small outpost down in like Central Africa there. And that's it. So to get things back in order, we should start with tech. Now, I believe because we've got an IC of about over 20, we get free techs. If you're below that, you have 2. You always have 2, no matter what. If you got nothing or 19, you have 2 techs. If you get, I think it's 20 to 40, you have 3, 40 to 60, you have 4, and so on and so forth. And now, what shall I get? So, infantry. Okay, we're about average for a secondary European power, I think. 1907. Infantry, it's not bad. I think we're on par with like Italy's military right now. I think they might be a little more advanced. We don't have any light really. We don't have any really good cavalry engineers. I think that's probably our most advanced unit, the combat engineers. And we have little to no logistics at all. The combat engineer gives us a little bit of logistics, but the TC modifier is terrible. We can barely support anyone. If they step outside of Spain, they'll be starving. What else we got? Industry. Oh, wow. We don't have anything. We can't even make anything. We can't build factories in Spain. We can't build railroads in Spain. Okay, I don't care what else there is. I'm getting this. And Probably should go for production. We really need this. Okay. So, what else? So we don't have... Oh, we should probably get this as well. Okay, I might have already decided what I'm going for. I'll have another look around and maybe change it if I need to, but I think this is what I'm going for. So I'm getting extra research, the ability to build fins, and plus 5% to my industrial efficiency for supplies. And hopefully I'll just go up to industrial efficiency total. We'll see how it goes. So all we can do here is farm and have very early medicine. That's it. We don't have anything else. What about this? We have like a basic cannon. And nothing else. No armored cars. Land doctrines. Well, we got a 20th century army, but we don't actually know if we're leading by orders or task yet. Which is good. Navy. It's okay. Yeah, it's decent, I would say. I mean, we're not exactly going to verse Great Britain or Germany, but, I mean, it's there. Aircraft, we have the experimental bomber technology, but that's about it. Naval doctrines and air doctrines, don't have any in air doctrines. Secret weapons, don't know any. Okay, so I think we're about done there. Economy, what am I making? Okay, well I don't want to be making any of this. I don't need any battleships at the moment. What I do need, however, is... Actually, I'll get onto that in a moment. I want to reduce the dissent that I've got there. I've got a lot of dissent. So, to reduce that, I'm going to invest in public security. So, by increasing the government's investment in public security, in the public security area, our population will feel more secure and pleased. It will cost more money in the present, but might be an opportunity in any time. So, if I spend 0.6% of my annual budget, I will get an event for public security, which should reduce my dissent. So, I'm going to invest in that. And taxes. Once again this year, we've decided the annual budget. We may wish to collect more money by overtaxing the nation, but it can be very harsh for our industries. We do not want to overtax. In fact, we're going to set a minimum, so we get minus 6% dissent and more production. So, minimum. And there we go, that's about, what is that, a fifth of our dissent just slashed right there. Anything else I can really do? I don't think there is. Minimum wage, I think I can only make them hate me more. Oh no, if I set a minimum medium wage... Oh, but I'll lose production. Oh no, I lose money. A lot more money. I don't know if I'm spending too much money. Though if I do this... I'll leave it for now. I don't want a minimum wage. Alright, so over here... I'm not going to be producing anything. I'm literally not going to produce anything. I don't need to... If I was going to produce something, it would be like factories, but I can't make any of those yet, so... Until that happens, I'm not going to be putting anything in production. I believe I can lock this somehow. How do I lock this? I did this before. Don't know. There's a way to lock it so it doesn't come back, but it's not really a problem. So, I don't want any reinforcements or production coming on. What I do want, however, is... In fact, I don't even want supplies. I don't want any supplies. I want enough to trade, but not enough to actually supply my army, because they don't need any supplies. So... Maybe just a bit of that, and... You know what, I'll go with minimum. Bare minimum there. What I really want is consumer goods. So if I have enough to sort of... I don't really care about upgrades. Right, I'm making a mess of this. I don't care about upgrades too much. I want to upgrade the units I have that I can, but I'm not too bothered otherwise. If we give that a little bit there. Gotta squeeze every strand of production I can out of this. Right. So that's how I want it. I want to make a lot of money to make up for the fact that I'm losing a lot of money now. And I want to make sure dissent goes all the way down. And I think with that, we are about done. So I'm very fast, I'll probably set to normal. Or above normal. Oh wait, no, there's one more thing. What is my ideology going to be? So I want to eventually go completely to the right. I want Spain to be a national socialist. Because I think that'll allow me to just declare war on anyone. That's sort of an end game goal. Sort of, maybe if I get to World War II, which, by the way, I might just die in. Who knows? I'm going to be trying to side with the Allies as much as possible. For now, I'm going to go more towards interventionism so I can actually join alliances. So when I want to, I'll be able to join the Entente and attack Germany and Austria-Hungary and Bulgaria and the Ottoman Empire if they join. Sometimes they don't join. And I think with that, I'm going to get a drink and we'll set off and see how it goes. Okay, with everything done, let's go. So, what are my real goals here? So I'm planning to be a good ally. I want to be in NATO until maybe... Oh, the campaign credits. I will enjoy this Grand Campaign. I'm using the Grand Campaign mod, by the way. How am I doing, by the way? Actually making quite a bit of money. And descent is going down by 0.05 every day. So that's very handy. So I want to be in NATO up until the point where I want to conquer America. That's right, I want to conquer this. I want to get back at them for the Spanish-American War, so my hope is to maybe subjugate or just take over Portugal. Oh, speaking of the Spanish-American War. I want to subjugate or take over Portugal, including their colonies. And maybe even just dive back into South America, take over Brazil or something, or force them to be my puppet. And then we're gonna, like, unite this entire continent against the US, and we're gonna send men up and over, all the way through Mexico. Might even take over Mexico if possible. And maybe even I'll have African states if they break off through independence. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, the after effects of the Spanish-American War. The Spanish-American War was a conflict between 1898, between Spain and the United States. It ended with the Americans defeating the Spaniards. Revolts against the Spanish rule had become endemic in the decades in Cuba, and were closely watched by the Americans. This is going to go on for a while. I'm not going to read it all out. But essentially, what is important is we get plus 20 descent. So, yeah, now I'm up to there. Wow, I really need to sort that out. So, I'm planning to join the French against the Germans, which World War I hasn't even kicked off yet, but I'm not going to be able to do it for a while. With 40% descent, my industry has collapsed, and yeah, my troops are never going to be able to win any sort of fights with the Germans. Because if the descent is too high, yeah, my troops are not going to fight that well. So I think I'm just going to have to hang around for quite a while. Since my industry just took a complete turn for the worst. Let me just up this. Probably a bit faster there. I do want to try and be self-sufficient in supplies. There we go. What can I make anyway? So I make 20 energy every day. I make 40, even 50 metal every day. And I get 44 rare minerals every day. And oil. Oh, we even produce a bit of oil. What are we using oil on? Do we have a plane? Oh yeah, we do! Plane! We actually have an experimental bomber. I didn't actually expect that. Okay. I'm gonna put that in Madrid. Bombers will be very useful. Ah, there we go. Investment in public security. Our investment in public security has now paid off. Thanks for the security provided by our police force. The people feels protected, and the number of dissent hasn't raised. Yes! Minus 3%! I am now only 40% away, and I'm not going to be able to do taxes or that for like another year. They're putting a lot of men on my border. They should really focus on, like, Germany, because, is it all kicked off yet? Or is it about to? The assassination has happened. I'll speed up a little bit. And how are we all gonna fare? That's what I'm gonna worry about. Should I guess I should put men on my borders. You go there, 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 and there. And have the border protection, and then, if possible, I'll just march them straight up to help Germany. To help Germany? No, help France. I mean, I could join Germany. It's entirely possible I could join their alliance. In fact, let's have a look here. To accept me? 16%, so they could accept me. They'll probably accept me a bit better when a war actually breaks out and they're desperate for allies, but if I join the Axis or the Central Powers at any point, and they win, the game's essentially over, because the events don't, lead to anything, so if Germany wins World War I, there's no World War II, which is just not fun. So, I'm gonna hope that Russia loses to Germany, and it's all kicking off right now. I'm hoping that Russia loses to Germany, but that Germany eventually loses World War I. So essentially how it played out before, and then World War II, anything can happen. So, Montenegro and Serbia and Russia have declared war on Austria-Hungary, and Germany's entered the lines. Germany's declared war, and it's all kicking off. So, everyone is in alliance. And there's no common term yet. It's all about to kick off. But that is the end of the first part, so thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. And next time, I guess the First World War is going to kick off, and we're going to try and make sure that we do not fall apart due to political dissent. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Later, guys.